And then
And over and over and over again on this channel, we hold accountable also, because if we don't, who will? And Shannon Sharpe, I see ESPN fired you, but don't worry, we'll talk about that later on in this video. And at first, I took it real easy on you with that other video. Then it dawned on me, you are real life. I mean, you was on Undisputed. You was really on Undisputed doing your best tap dancing with a bottle of liquor and a Black and Mild. Make it make sense. And that was only level 3 tap dancing. And then you use your podcast to gossip and create more division in the Black community. More tap dancing. But Shannon, I can't even lie. This one took the cake. Remember, Kairen Lacy had to turn himself in because they falsely accused him of murder. And instead of you speaking up for that young Black man, you made it worse. Run the tape.
Illegally passing other vehicles at a high rate of speed by crossing the center lane and entered an oncoming lane in a no passing zone. A truck swerved to avoid colliding with Lacy. The vehicle and vehicles behind it collided head on with another vehicle going in the opposite direction. Following the crash, Lacy drove around the crash scene, fled south on Louisiana Highway 20 without stopping to render aid, call emergency services, or report the involvement in the crash, according to police documents.
Hey, man.
Ocho.
You can't.
Ocho, I know he know what happened to Ruggs. I know he know. He had to see that, Ocho. In a situation like this, yes, Ocho, where they get you is that you fail to render aid. You fail to call because you have the definition of a crime is an act or a failure to act where there's a responsibility to act. You in this situation, you got a responsibility now. And he neglected his responsibility. Hey, call. Hey, man, even if you don't, Ocho, if you just call, now what you should have done is stop, try to call 911. Hey, what's your emergency? There's a serious car accident that happened, blah, blah, blah. I ain't telling you nothing. I'm going to get me an attorney. I'm going to call my attorney. As soon as I get the phone with you, I'm calling an attorney. Hey, man, there's this bad accident and I was involved. So I'm probably going to keep my mouth shut, but I'm just letting you know. That's just thinking like that, just thinking. But in a situation like that, Ocho, guys, we got to just be smart. And I get it. But guys, we just got to be careful. Come on, the family that lost loved one, and the injured parties. You know, your heart goes out and you empathize for them because this is something that could have been prevented. This is not a tire blew out, Ocho. You know what I'm saying? This is not a deer jumps out in the road or something like that. This was, and most accidents are human error. This was human error. And it could have been prevented. But like I said, Ocho, I've been young and I just feel bad because that's a heavy burden to bear, Ocho. To note that you call someone to have to get that knock on the door and tell them that family member ain't coming home. You responsible that's on you, bro. And so, guys, we just gotta be smarter and try not to put ourselves in those situations. Things are gonna happen, but accident. No, that's irresponsibility.
Yeah, most definitely.
So, Shannon Sharpe, I want you to sit back and think about this. How do you think Kairen Lacy felt when he heard you say that? A powerful Black man that's a vet in the game was basically calling him guilty before you even got all the facts. Shannon Sharpe, you are a real life house Negro. And it's so crazy to me. Y'all get these gigs and y'all say and do everything Master wants you to do. Shannon Sharpe, how you trying to preach to Kairen Lacy and you living the way you living? Make it make sense. That's why on my channel, I don't come to my channel trying to act perfect. I know I'm far from perfect, but guess what, Shannon Sharpe? I will never be a Cat Williams told you in 2 weekends they can take you down. And you laugh. Now look all around you, all the enemies you created in the Black community. You talk down on Black men who had a 9-to-5 job. You talk down on Black women. You helped to crucify Kairen Lacy before he even got a fair trial. Make it make sense. So no, you can't use your Black card now. Your Black card has been revoked. But before I make myself too damn angry, let's get into this article. And this article is by Associated Press. It was published April 24th, 2025. yesterday. Shannon Sharpe is stepping away temporarily from ESPN amid SA lawsuit. Former NFL star Shannon Sharpe said Thursday he is stepping away temporarily from his ESPN duties while he deals with what he called false allegations in a $50 million civil lawsuit filed against him by a woman who alleges he all-word her and threatened her. Sharpe said in a statement that he would return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason. The first preseason game is set for July 31st. And Shannon Sharpe, I'm going to tell you this, bro, it's over. What were you thinking? You think at 56 years old that you can be out here smashing a young Caucasian chick. You can't do that. And you thought Master was going to let you get away with smashing his snowflakes. No, it don't work like that. But this the cold part. You shitted on the black community so much, they don't have no sympathy for you. They don't even care. I told y'all, the game is cold. I will be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with these false and disruptive allegations set against me, Sharpe said, and I sincerely appreciate the overwhelming and ongoing support I have received from my family, fans, friends, and colleagues. And yo, this reminds me of that scene out of the Training Day when everyone finally figured out and surrounded Denzel Washington, aka Alonzo, and they told him to go home. So Shannon Sharpe, it's time, bro. And we all know one thing about the music business, the sports business, Hollywood, period. Once those racist Caucasians that run everything, once they done with you, they will ruin your name. They will murder you. And we have examples. Kobe Bryant, Angie Stone, Michael Jackson, Prince, Sam Cooke, Marvin Gaye, Left Eye, Biggie, Tupac, Whitney Houston, and I can go on and on for days. The game is cold. And that's why I keep telling my people, stop chasing Hollywood. Create your own lane. Everyone in Hollywood, they control. And the more money they give them, the more they become a slave. And I'm going to calm down when I say this. I don't care what gift or talent you have. Stay independent. You might not become super rich, but at least you will have your super freedom. At least you won't be able to be fired. Now, Shannon Sharpe, he has to be on his best behavior because in 2025, he's a Hollywood slave. Damn, the game is cold. I'm out.